What up, world? You already know what time it is. Your favorite co-host podcast, Pac, back with another episode of Successful Habits. And as always, I'm here with the man with the plan himself, Coach D West. What's going on with you today, Coach?
Man, not too much. Back to feel good to be, back with another episode. Been having
That's
some
it.
interesting basketball going on, man. A lot of people panicking, but I won't hit the panic button yet. But we'll talk a little bit more about that today.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So first of all, as we get the show started, man, happy Monday to everybody, man. You know, it's the start of a week, a fresh opportunity to make it a great week, man. I just want to say, the week is only as good as you make it, bro. Throughout the week, there's gonna be a lot of good stuff and not so good stuff that happens. Maybe some things might not go your way throughout the week, but in all honesty, man, it's how you react to these things and how you power through these things that determine how the week is gonna end, man. Definitely want to start the week off on the positive side. So shout out to y'all for tuning in to the episode. No, we not running away just because the Spurs down 2 games. I had to go put my Wemby jersey on for the day. What can we say, Coach? What can we say about this series, man?
Man, I just feel like the Knicks, they came out desperate. They came out desperate. They hungry. It's been a long time since they've been in a situation where they can actually win. I think a lot of people counting them out coming into the series didn't know that they'll be this competitive with the Spurs. I kind of figured it was going to be a competitive series. I didn't want to sleep on the Knicks. It's something about them hungry teams. Hungry dogs, they run faster.
For sure,
And I
for
feel
sure.
like I don't feel like the Spurs overlooked the Knicks, but I feel like after they beat the Thunder, it was kind of a breath of fresh air. Like, whew,
Yeah,
we made it out the West. They don't they
yeah,
they went through a tough road. They beat the Trailblazers, which I know they were supposed to be bad, but they're not a bad team. They go through the
right.
Timberwolves. We all know what the Timberwolves are. And now you go through the defending champs. So I think coming into the series, it was just kind of like a man, whew, made it out the West type
Yeah,
type vibe. I don't think
yeah.
they overlooked the Knicks per se, but I think it was a breath of fresh air to make it through that gauntlet.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think a big part of it was like you say, I think we gave a lot of our energy to the Thunder. Like I think we kind of treated it a lot like the finals. Not even just necessarily the team, but also like the fan base, for example. Like that's like in San Antonio, I mean, anytime the Spurs win or won a game in this whole entire playoff run, like everybody, the whole city was outside all night, honking, popping fireworks, celebrating things like that. So we did it every series, and we like overdid it against the Thunder because they were the defending champs. And now it's like to the point where like when I'm watching the games against the Knicks, like the fans ain't even as into the games as much. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely I agree with you. I think that there was a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations put on us making it out of the Western Conference and beating the Thunder. So when we did it, it was like you say, a breath of fresh air. I think the Spurs they might not come out and say it, but I feel like everybody in the back of their mind thought the same thing that the majority of the world thought. Okay, we beat the defending champs. We the champs now. Like the Eastern Conference shouldn't be a problem. But first thing I'm gonna say about the Knicks is, man, I definitely underestimated them. I'm gonna say that. Shout out to Big Body Brunson, man. That man he is a dog. He will take 40 shots a game. Don't care how many he missing.
Whatever the
He
team
gon'
need.
whatever the team needs, bro. I think a big thing that I love about Brunson is he's probably one of the best players in the NBA at getting to his spots. You're not gonna keep him from where he's trying to go. Like he will sit there and hunt a matchup the whole 24 seconds to get a good matchup that he's looking for and get to his spots, bro. Uh,
Then we gotta talk about how good he is in the clutch. It's like it's
yeah,
no other
yeah,
player in the NBA that I could just think of off the top of my head that I would rather have than him in the clutch. It's like if he's in the clutch and the ball is in his hands, 90% of the time you're in good hands. Like he gonna make the right play. He gonna hit like the big moments don't scare him. And like
facts.
it's just proven. Like he done it over and over again.
Yeah,
And it just
facts.
hats off to that man.
Yeah, facts. So if we talk about game one, I mean, game one, the Spurs went up like 14-16. And the Knicks just started to chop it down, chop it down, chop it down. And then later on in the fourth quarter, like you say, Brunson just hit big shot after big shot after big shot, timely possessions. And it wasn't even necessarily just his big shots. Like he was doing dirty work the whole all the way down the stretch. Like I think he got an offensive rebound, tipped it out to a shooter, and then they kicked it back to him in the corner for a dagger three at the end of game one. Like he just I think a big part of it too, like the Thunder are a great team. They're a great young team, though. The thing about the Knicks is like all of their role players, all of their players are all seasoned players, bro.
Mhm.
Like all like even the bench players, when the bench players come in, like I definitely
Shamit changed
under
game too,
I downplay Landry Shamet, bro.
for
I
sure.
downplay Landry
He
Shamet a
changed
lot,
game
bro.
too.
Yeah. And so, it's like, I mean, what do you think is the difference between our role players and as the Spurs and then the Knicks role players?
I mean, like I said on the pod coming into the series, I said like y'all bench like Keldon Johnson, like people like
Yeah.
that would scare me going into the Knicks series.
Yeah.
And because I know he won Six-Man Player of the Year, but this is a different vibe. Like they not letting
Yeah.
you get that no more. Like you're
Yeah,
not
facts.
getting like even Vassell kind of hit or miss. Like but
Yeah.
outside of that, it's like you got to get production from somewhere. And Fox wasn't good game one. That kind of hurt
Yeah.
you out. I feel like if he was good game one, you all would have closed the door. He was better
Yeah.
game two, but it was
Yeah.
kind of like I don't know. But I'm gonna say this about the Knicks. Like I feel like Brunson is like, first of all, he was underrated as a point guard. But not
For
only is
sure.
he a good scorer, but he's a good leader. Like the way he run the team, like he's on the floor taking charges. He's the leading scorer. Like he's
Yeah.
taking charges. He's getting on the floor. Like he's not afraid to do the dirty stuff. And I don't know, man. I like them Nova boys. I just like the vibe that they bring, and they
Yeah,
they
they play
still
hard,
hungry.
bro.
Like if you listen to the post conference from Bridges at the game too, he was like, man, we still desperate. We want the next one. Like they not letting up. We want the next one. So I don't know. I just like the type of time now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even though like OG hasn't really had like a super duper standout game, but like he doing all the little stuff, bro. Same thing with Mikal Bridges. Like Mikal Bridges had an absolutely amazing game too. I think he went like 7 for 8 from the field before he finally like started missing a couple shots in a row. Um, like it seemed like anything that he was putting up. And then like another thing too, like bro, the Knicks players they started used to playing 48 minutes a game, bro. They not tired, bro. Like they play so fast paced. I mean, Josh Hart been in foul trouble, so he hasn't really been able to get in and get himself established. But they just willing to do all the dirty work, bro. And if I had to give as good as Brunson been, I mean, he hasn't really been shooting good from the field because we've been playing some pretty good defense on him. As good as he's been in the clutch and down the stretch, if I had to give a player this, like if I had to choose my Finals MVP today, I got to give it to Cat. This
Cat,
man,
yeah,
Cat, playing the
for
best
sure.
basketball I ever seen him play in his career,
For sure.
fam.
For sure. Hey,
Like,
but if you look at it, like he really just a bad matchup for Wemby because he's a
yeah, I
mobile
agree.
7-footer.
Yeah,
Like he
and he
not a
got
he
size.
got
Yeah,
size. He can shoot. He won a 3-point shootout. Like he
yeah,
not he can knock down shots. No, Cat can shoot. Like you
yeah,
gotta you
yeah,
gotta guard him. He'll knock down. He won. You know what I'm saying? He a 3-point
yeah.
champion.
Facts,
Like
facts.
so, it's just like it's like a bad matchup for Wemby because as good as Wemby is defensively, he's not good on the ball. Like he's
Yeah,
not an on
facts.
ball defender. And
Yeah,
like I think the Knicks kind of been exposing it the last two games. Like everybody in the playoffs been kind of avoiding Wemby because he changed the game. Like the Knicks are going at him. Like if you
yeah,
guard him, they gonna go at him. Like
yeah,
they not running from him. And I think that's kind of exposing him because now it's dragging him out to perimeter. So they getting offensive rebounds. Like he's not being able to protect the rim. And then when they do go at him on the perimeter, they put him in situations where he getting beat off the bounce and he got to play
yeah,
catch
bro.
up. Like the Knicks just
Yeah.
been doing a good job of attacking him instead of avoiding him.
Yeah, man, they definitely hunting all the right matchups. And then it's like you say, like Cat, man, bro, Cat really is playing some great basketball right now, bro. Like he blowing by Wemby, he not trying to play with him, he not trying to back to the basket. It's either he catch it blow by or he catch it and DHO and get to the rim, bro. Like roll hard or they hunting matchups with Cat. Like you say, he'll catch it, DHO, go set a screen and then post little guys. Like, so shout out to Cat, man. If I had to pick a Finals MVP right now
Sure.
today, it'll be Cat, bro. Easily. Like, and I'm really surprised at that. Me personally, like you said, it's just a bad matchup and then even Mitchell Robinson playing great defense on Wemby, bro. Like that size, I think as physical as the Timberwolves were, it's a different kind of physicality with these Knicks. Like these guys
Yeah.
not just big guys, these guys are big and like pretty decently skilled. Like if we just talking about Mitchell Robinson, like Mitchell Robinson big and he wanna stop you, bro. So I mean, it's just a lot going on. So before we talk about predictions for tonight's game, game three, which is a must-win game for the Spurs, let's talk about the ending of game two, man. So down the stretch in game two, the Spurs chopped it down. I think the Knicks had took like a 12, 14 point lead. Spurs chopped it down. One thing I'm gonna say about the game as a whole is it took way too long for the Spurs to even wake up and start playing our brand of basketball, bro. Like I think we played some weird basketball for the first 3.5 quarters. And in the last 6 minutes, we finally locked in on defense, got some stops, took better shots. And then down the stretch, it was we get a stop on Brunson. Wemby get the rebound, take a couple dribbles. Castle was looking for the outlet, but when Wemby took his couple dribbles, he turned his back to go up the court, and then just a young player mistake. Wemby throws the ball off his back, give the Knicks back the ball. Brunson goes to the free throw line, and as clutch as Brunson is, he actually missed the free throw.
Mhm.
Knicks go up one with seconds left. And me personally, I don't like the last shot attempt with Wemby catching it at the elbow, shooting a jump shot over Mitchell Robinson on an out of bounds play. What's your thoughts on the whole that last couple sequences right there at the end of the game?
It's hard for me to be like, and I know like everybody's gonna say, why did he settle for a jump shot? But honestly, like it's kind of so. This what I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say because I want to talk about that going into game three and game four because I think the adjustments that the Spurs got to make is minor adjustments, and I think they'll be able to make it. But it's hard for me to beat Wimby up on that shot. Simply because it's hard for him to get paint touches this series. Like that's that's
Yes.
that's the difference in the series. Like against the Timberwolves and the Thunder, he was able to get into the paint as much as he wanted. So now it's like a struggle to get into the paint. By the time
Yeah.
he does get into the paint, he dog tired, because he going through
Mhm.
so many bodies. They pushing him out, they being physical
Valid.
with him. So it's hard for me to get on him about that shot, and that's a shot that I think he can knock down. So like I'm not gonna kind of bash him for that shot. But I think the Spurs, I think Coach Johnson in particular need to do a better job in game three and game four of getting him paint touches. I think it starts with the action. Like, cause the Knicks clearly saying you're not gonna roll to the paint straight up. Like, you're not gonna set
Yeah.
a screen, just roll to the paint
Yeah,
freely.
fact.
You're not gonna be able to do that. So,
And
like, the counter need to be actions of him getting to the paint because the paint, if he touches the paint, that draws all the defense because he
yeah,
don't have to jump to dunk. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
but if he never touches the paint, the defense never have to collapse, which is why they're not getting the same shots they was getting against the Thunder.
Yeah. And so that's basically kind of what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind the shot. Like the shot is a makeable shot for Wemby. Like there really wasn't much of a contest on the shot. My problem is the look. Like he could have got it in a better position. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have the set that we drew up for him to get the ball could have been more focused on, like you say, getting into the paint, getting a little bit closer to the goal. 'Cause I mean, in reality, he was standing at the 3 point line when Fox threw him the ball, and he stepped into the jumper, and he ended up at the elbow, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that the look itself it could have been a better drawn up, better executed inbounds play. But let me ask you this: so, what are your thoughts on who should take the game winner? Should it be your best player, or should it be the hot man?
Me personally, and I know everybody's different. It gotta be the best player. Like it gotta be the person. It depends on the situation. Like if I'm drawing up a play, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna believe in my best player.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm believing what he can do. Now, if it's a situation where like the best player has the ball and the hot man is open, of course I want
Yeah,
the hot man to get it. But it's like
yeah,
if I'm gonna draw up a situation, I'm gonna let the best player make the right play. Like the play is for you, and whatever happens after that, it goes back to you. I want you to make the right play. I want to believe that I've coached you well enough to know what shot we're looking for. Like that's just my belief. But I know a lot of people like to go to the hot man too. But I just want to because a hot man, just because a man is hot doesn't mean he's guaranteed to be clutch or make a game winning
that's valid.
shot or
That's valid.
or have the mentality to take and make a
Yeah, that's
game
valid.
changing shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like
valid.
I want to rely on my best player, and if he's comfortable enough to drive and kick to a hot man, cool. But I want to go with my best player, and whatever play you make out of it, I can live with it.
Yeah, so the reason for me asking that question was because in this scenario, we had finally got some good, like, solid production from Fox in terms of his scoring output. He hit a couple buckets in a row down the stretch. And I mean, all eyes was on Wemby at the end of the game. Like with Fox being once upon a time Mr. Fourth Quarter, one of the fastest players in the NBA, the question was raised like, should Fox have been the one? Because I mean, if you go back and look at the last shot, like Fox more or less had his defender on his hip, but the play was drawn up for Wemby, so he kind of like forced. I ain't gonna say forced the ball because Wemby was open, but
I mean, but if you gon' like put Wemby in the GOAT discussion, like greatest
that's
of all
valid now.
time,
That's valid.
like
I'm
one of
with
the
you.
best generational players to come, like,
Yeah,
come on, man. He getting
he got to take
he
the
getting
shot.
that ball. He getting that
Yeah,
ball. I'm sorry.
I agree with you though. I definitely think like nobody else should be taking that shot except Wemby, bro.
Now,
I'm with you on that.
unless he catches it and sees
And make a
somebody and he
decision.
make the
Yeah,
right play, like
yeah,
LeBron, I'm gonna try to play up for LeBron. Now, if LeBron
yeah,
kicked to you and you open, that that's on
yeah,
LeBron. But the play is for LeBron, and
yeah.
whatever
Facts.
decision he make out of there, I can live with. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, I'm with you though. I definitely think that ball got to go to you through your best player.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's your thoughts on because the Spurs been getting especially Castle on Wemby in that last little turnover situation. Like, what's your thoughts on like number one? That cannot happen, bro. You can't do that,
Yeah,
bro. But like,
yeah.
what was going through your mind when you seen it? What's your thoughts on it after the fact? Like,
First thing
they
that came
getting
to my
toe up
mind
about it, bro.
First thing that came up in my mind was their experience is showing. Like their
For
lack of
sure,
experience
young,
showed
bro.
in those situations. And like, so that's what I kind of was gonna get at, man. It's like the Spurs, I'm not gonna say they beating themselves because the Knicks are playing good and
Yeah,
they're taking it to them, but the Spurs are making mistakes that they haven't made yet. Like
we
they
gave
haven't
we gave game two away.
we gave you yeah, you basically
Yeah,
just gave it away. So
yeah,
going into game 3 and 4, I think the Spurs are gonna steal both of these on the road. And I know, people are saying it's harder in the Madison Square Garden. It's
yeah.
hard to
Pressure
do this,
cooker.
hard to do that. But I just think if they're as good as a team that we think they are, like they need this adversity to pull together and figure it
Yeah.
out. Like every great team gonna go through adversity at some point, whether that be, in the finals, in the first round, second round, they're gonna go through adversity at some point. And
Mhm.
so, they went through a different type of adversity with the Thunder. They had to go win
Yep.
2 in a row.
Yep.
Nobody thought they could win game 7 on the road in OKC,
Yep. That's
right? They
true.
go do it. So now you coming into a situation where they took their foot off the gas a little bit. They dropped two close games that they should have won. They feel like they supposed to win. Now you're going on the road to Madison Square Garden where everybody's counting you out again. Everybody says the series pretty much done. All the Knicks got to do is win one of these. I like the Spurs to go win 2 in a row. Back against the wall. Come out swinging.
I like it. I ain't mad at it. I think that I'm with you though. I think that the Knicks have been playing some really great basketball for the first two games, and even with all of that, like they won both games by a couple possessions. You know what I'm saying? Granted, game one they were down big, chopped it down, won by like 10. Game two, we were up big, or they were up big, and then we chopped it down, and then we ended up doing the bonehead stuff, the young, inexperienced player stuff at the end of the game. I think that number one, definitely game three is a must win. Like we can't go down 3-0. It's over with at that point. But as far as going to Madison Square Garden, I don't know, man. I'm worried. I say I'll be
Oh
lying
yeah,
if I didn't say I'm
for
worried,
sure. You
bro.
supposed to be worried. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
supposed to
worried,
be
bro.
worried. But
But I
I'm
definitely
just
think that they're winnable games though. Like
yeah, for
we
sure.
can go in there and take these two games,
For
bro.
sure. I'm just looking at it into a sense of the Spurs had played their best basketball when their back was against the wall.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
they played their not the greatest basketball when everybody was already giving them the trophy. Like
Yeah,
game 1
facts.
and 2, people were basically giving the Spurs the
Yeah,
finals. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And they played like it. Like they
yeah,
played, kind of relaxed, foot off
yeah,
the gas. They
yeah.
weren't as hungry as they were against the Thunder.
Thought
Like
the Knicks was
every
gonna lay down, bro.
they
Yeah,
thought they was gonna lay down. Every time they dunked the ball or stole the ball, they flexing against the Thunder. Like, what that
yeah,
same confidence at now?
yeah.
Like, their
Facts,
confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
so I just feel like even Wemby post game after game 1, it was kind of like, we dropped it, but I think we're good. Like, relax,
Yeah,
But
I
I
ain't
think
worried
these
about
two
it.
games,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think these two games gonna kind of light a fire up under them, and their back gonna be against the wall. And I think now we're gonna see the Spurs team that we thought we were gonna see game 1 and game 2. That's my prediction.
Yeah, for sure. I think I agree with you. I definitely think we're gonna come out with a different kind of intensity. But man, shout out to the Knicks fans, bro. Do you know that I think I seen a post the cheapest ticket in Madison Square Garden is like $11,500, bro.
Bro, it's about to be crazy in there.
And do you know that like I don't really know how much you paid attention to who was in the stands when they was in San Antonio game 2, bro. It was a lot of Knicks fans in the stands,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, they travel. Knicks fans travel.
Because you gotta think about it like this too. Like, if the cheapest ticket to get in Madison Garden, $11,500. Bro, our cheapest ticket was like $1,500, bro. You can fly to San Antonio, make a
Get a
weekend out
room.
of it. You know what I'm saying? We probably can get courtside tickets almost, bro, for cheaper than 11,000. It's for cheaper than 11,500, bro. So
Yeah,
shout
for
out to the
sure.
Knicks fans, bro. They had so many Knicks jerseys in the
It's
stands.
gonna be crazy in there tonight.
It's gonna be crazy in New York tonight, bro. It's gonna be crazy in New York tonight. I can't wait to see it. I think a big thing in this series is like it really show us how young we are, though. You know, like that experience really showing. I think we all still got a long way to go. We really, 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 really need De'Aaron Fox to be there for us tonight, bro. I think we really need it. And then we gotta find a way to like how do we stop Cat from doing what Cat doing, bro?
I don't know, man. I just think you got to be solid on him, man. I don't know particularly because it ain't like it's not like he just playing good ball. Like it ain't like he
Yeah,
doing something crazy. Like he just
yeah.
playing good ball, and I think
He a
you just
mismatch.
got to be
He
solid
a
on
big
him.
mismatch though, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I think
So
I think I think we need to do I think Keldon Johnson gotta see the court so that he can put that body on Cat a little bit more.
okay, I can see that.
I
I can
think
see
so, cause
that.
I mean, we right now, I think we throwing Harrison Barnes in there to do that, but, like, bro, like, Harrison Barnes, I mean, he on the older side of his career, bro. You gotta let Keldon Johnson, your 6th man of the year, play some basketball and get out there and fight with Cat a little bit, bro. But then on the flip side of that, it's
But he
like you
gonna get on the
say
other end.
yeah, it's like you say, Keldon Johnson, he'll go out there and boy, you called it, boy. Keldon Johnson out there trying to run for old Jalen Brunson, not going for that, fam.
No, he
Ball
not.
going the other way, fam.
He not
Ball
going
going
for
the other
that.
way, bro. He not going for that, bro. Like, shout out to Brunson, bro. He doing great. I can't tell he getting hunted out there. I'll say that. He doing a great job of just like he not he shout out to Brunson, bro. He like they said small guards was dead. Nah, man.
They far from dead.
They far from dead, bro. Especially when you got the will and you got the skill set and you got the mentality like Brunson. Yeah, bro. So I'm excited to see what happens tonight. Game 3, Madison Square Garden, pressure cooker. Man, I think they might blow the roof off that joint
Man,
tonight, boy.
it's gonna be rowdy in there. Gonna be rowdy in there.
Man, for real, bro. But we'll see, man. We will definitely be back to talk a little bit more about the results of this game. Hopefully, we can manage the turnovers a lot better. And before we get out of here, I just want to say, not only are the players inexperienced for the Spurs, I think that Mitch Johnson sometimes shows his inexperience in these moments too, with some of the play calls and some of the subs down the stretch. So we'll see, man. Hopefully, everybody can get it together tonight and we can give them a good game 3. If we can steal this, then we can keep hope alive, bro. We can keep hope alive, man. But what you got to say to the folks before we let them go, Coach?
Man, thank y'all for tuning in as always. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. It's gonna be a fun finals matchup. So make sure you tune in tonight. Let us know who you got. And have a great week.
Yes, sir. And last but not least, before y'all get up out of here, man, make sure you turn them noties on so you get alerted every time we drop one. On behalf of the Successful Habits crew, we out of here. Go Spurs, go.
We out here.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.